Okay, good evening and welcome to our virtual back to school night. I'm Robert Brecker, the principal.
I'm Tiffany Grant, the assistant principal.
Una versión en español de esta presentación estará disponible en nuestro sitio web. The Hemet USD vision is embrace, educate, and empower. Embrace is how are we supporting the whole child, both emotionally and socially. Educate, ensuring that all of our kids are learning at high levels. And empower, make sure we're giving our students the tools they need to be successful in life and that they have the power to transform their own lives. As we experience online learning, this vision is even more important.
As you know, we are currently in a time of online learning. This has been a learning process for all of us, and we appreciate your continued support and patience as we work out the hiccups in the system. Please know that our teachers are working tirelessly to provide the best education and supports for your child. During this time, we are focused on providing instruction that is substantially equivalent to the quality and intellectual challenge of in-person instruction. We are also focusing on building relationships with students to help them feel connected to school and their classrooms. We feel this is especially important during this time when students may be feeling isolated.
Now, all schools in Hemet Unified have goals surrounding these three topics: teaching and learning, systems of support, and culture and climate. Teaching and learning is how are we educating all of our children at high levels? Systems of support, what are we doing when we have those kids whose needs are not being met by the general education supplied in the classroom? And culture and climate, how are we making sure that Little Lake is a welcoming place that kids want to be?
For our first goal, teaching and learning, the goal is to increase quality and rigor of core curriculum delivery, student engagement, and assessment. Strategy 1.1 is that teacher collaboration time for teacher professional learning, data teams, and or learning walks. So making sure teachers have the opportunity to collaborate with one another to provide the best education and support for students. Strategy 1.2, materials to enhance the delivery of lessons in language arts, mathematics, and positive engagement in school. And then our last strategy for goal 1.3, family learning opportunities in language arts, math, and STEAM. And please note that the goals with asterisks, so all of these for goal 1 are supported, the strategies for goal 1 are supported via Title I funding. And to learn more about Title I funding, you can contact our office, or you can also reach out to your site council representatives.
In goal 2, systems of support, how are we helping those kids that need a little extra boost? We have a couple of personnel that we've hired. We have an aide that we've hired to support reading, an aide that we hired to support math. During our time of online learning, these personnel are also helping in those areas as much as possible, but also helping with re-engagement efforts, getting our kids connected and reconnected to school. And our second strategy in this area centers around our student support team. How are we working with families and with the staff to meet in groups and meet in teams to create plans for learning for our students?
And goal number 3, climate support. How are we supporting a positive environment for student learning? Strategy 3.1 is supplies and staff to support positive recess. During online learning, our staff is involved in student engagement and getting students connected to school, even on a virtual platform. Strategy 3.2, incentives to encourage positive engagement. And strategy 3.3, supplies and extra duty for family involvement and learning opportunities.
Now, all of those strategies and those goals are developed in coordination with the school site council. And they were developed before the pandemic hit and before our school site shut down in March. And so strategies are being adapted to help our kids in this world of online learning. But they were developed with the school site council. Now, what is the school site council? School site council is a very important group of people. It's made up of half parents and community members and half staff members. And their role and their responsibility is to direct funding for our school and making sure that it meets the needs, the academic, social, behavioral needs of our students. And speaking of the School Site Council, there are elections this week for our School Site Council. So look for a ballot coming to your email this week.
And then we have our ELAC, which is our English Learners Advisory Council. And we have parents, staff, community members on this council, and they help support our English learner programs and advise the site council members in supporting these programs as well. We would love to see you engage in our ELAC. If you are interested, please reach out to the office and we can get you more information.
Now, a few nuts and bolts. We want to make sure that you are checking the school website regularly. The school website is littlelake.hemetusd.org. There we have our calendar and we have updates and breaking news about what is happening. As you know, things change rapidly in this pandemic era, during our COVID-19 era. And we put all of our updates there on the web. So make sure that you are checking that often. And speaking of staying up to date, make sure that you're keeping your email and phone up to date on the ARES portal. We use our email, use your email to contact you with important messages, and also use your phone number when we need to get in touch with you, and also to send you an important text message. We try not to abuse these communication platforms, but we do use them when we have something important to communicate to you.
And if you haven't already, sign up on our Blooms app. This is one of our primary means of communication. The teachers use it regularly, and so does our office to communicate important announcements and anything going on in the classroom. If you haven't already, go on to your app store and download the Blooms app.
And a sad goodbye on my part. I'm sorry to announce that I will be leaving Little Lake as principal. I've accepted the position of Director of Special Education for Hemet Unified School District, so I'm going to be changing to a different office. I will still be in Hemet, so I'll still get to see you and see the students from time to time, but not daily. And so that is sad on my part, because I really do love Little Lake. I love the teachers and the staff here. I love working with our parents, and I especially love our students. So I will miss seeing all of our kids, but I'll be back. And there is a process for hiring a new principal that's going on right now. So we want to take this opportunity once again to thank all of our families. We do recognize, families, that you are the first and the best teachers of your children.
And we want to remember that you're the most important part of your student's education. We can't do this without you, especially now.
So thank you, everybody, and have a great evening.